Morning guys, Brendan here, your at-home PT. Got a really good one for us this morning. So guys, what we're going to do today, this is probably the biggest difficulty that we're going to have at home and just having limited equipment, but put together a really good strength focus workout here. So tune on in because today's a little bit of an anatomy lesson as well. We have two main parts or movements when we do exercise, especially with weight. We have an eccentric phase, okay, and a concentric phase. So within that eccentric phase, I guess you could look at it as the easy part of the exercise. For example, when you're going down in a squat, you're not really using a lot of force. You just bring in the stabilizers and the control aspects. And then of course your concentric phase, so that's, coming up from that squat, coming up from that push-up. I guess anything that you're generating force through the muscle belly, through the muscle fibers to get you to complete that movement. However, here's the catch with strength gains, that within that eccentric phase is where you're actually loading a lot more weight. So that's going to be our focus for today. We've got some movements here and the focus is really going to be on that eccentric phase. Okay, so again, what that means is that we're going to have a mental count of 5. So when I instruct you to do so, we're going to have that count in our head. 1, 2, 3, okay, just to really slow things down, get the control, and that's how we're going to speed up our muscle progression and really feel that lactic acid in there today, okay? So what we're going to do, same as always guys, going to get you warmed up, okay? Then we're going to go through the workout component itself, and then at the end, as we cool down, we'll do a little bit of mobility and some stretching in there as well to make sure that we're feeling pretty damn good come the rest of the day, and of course recover again by tomorrow. So today, these are our workouts, okay? So we've got our pistol squat, okay? So that's our one-legged squat action, our slide up push-ups, our eccentric towel row, and our toe taps. So before I show you the demos, you will need to grab 2 things for me if you haven't got them already. I'm gonna need, boom, a pair of socks, okay? Doesn't matter if they match or not, obviously. And you're gonna need your towel today, okay? And make sure it's a beach towel / shower towel, not a little gym towel, because you will need to use that. So have a look at today's workouts and I'll come back to you in a second. So welcome back. I guess it's time to get ourselves warmed up. So we're going to go through a couple of drills that we did, well hopefully you've done already. Starting first of all, because we do have a lot of chest action, okay, our hands up behind the head, just with our horizontal flexion. So again, that real squeeze, okay, and extend them all the way back, really feeling that squeeze through the upper back, the shoulders there. So as you can see already, even just from watching me there, all right, try to keep in time with me. Those elbows just come that little bit closer each and every time. Okay, watch your hat there if you don't want to squish it. All right, we're going to get 5 more of them. So eventually, okay, they'll almost touch. And you really feel the stretch through the upper back and the neck as we bring that one up as well. We'll go 3 more. So again, nice and controlled in. Big squeeze in. Okay, big squeeze back. 2 more. That's the one. And last one, really make it count. Okay, a bit of a shake out of the neck, bit of a shake out of the arms. So next step it in, we're gonna almost go into a drop-in lunge here, okay? So I want you to try and stride a little bit further to what you normally would do with a lunge, because that's gonna really thrust our weight forward, and you should really feel the hip flexors there open up, all right? So it's almost like a big stride, you're catching your weight, you're resisting that momentum going forward, and you can really just push through and feel that stretch. All right, so again guys, that's 5 down, do 5 more with me, so stride into it. Okay, push back off, So it's almost like that old analogy, you wouldn't warm up for a marathon doing a weight session, nor would you warm up for a weight session doing a marathon. Be a pretty long bloody workout anyway. All right, guys, we go one more. Good luck. So we really just want to get a few of our key muscle drivers going. Okay, so last one, we're just going to practice a little bit of this tempo work. Okay, other thing I should have mentioned, we need a bit of a base today as well. So either a chair or something that I guess is comfortable to sit down on, and you're almost looking at 90 degrees. Alrighty, so if you can find something, just grab it as we're warming up here. So we're looking at our 1, 2, 3, 4, and up on the 5. So with that concentric part, okay, we still want to keep that one quite explosive as we come up. And 5, so I'm only going to do 5 of these. I'm going to keep you guys fresh. 1, 2, 3, 4, up on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, very nicely done. So the plan for today, okay, with that seat, especially on our squats, we're going to use that as a base to almost fall into, okay? So on that count of 4 to 5, you're almost sitting down and you're getting yourself up nice and quickly. You get to follow along with me anyway to see how that's done. So we've got the 4 exercises. We're going to work these for 90 seconds, okay? So it's a big set, but again, that real focus is on slow and control today. So 90 seconds. We've then got 30 seconds to get set for our next exercise. We're going to zip through the 4, okay? And then go straight into a second round. Okay, so we've got the 2 rounds of everything, starting with our pistol squats, moving on down. Alrighty, so this first one, that's where you'll need that bench or seat, something to sit on. Alright, just have your mat ready there as we move into it. We've got a bit of time between these breaks. So, I'm not going to give you the 10 seconds today because it's a big set and I'll be pretty cooked as well. So with our pistol squats here, okay, count of 5 going down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So sit into it, stand up, other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stand up, and now we go both. Okay, so really control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit, back up, back to the pistols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, guys, so you got the tempo now. Just keep that count in your head. Okay, these pistol squats, they take a little bit of time to get used to. All right, it's only our first set, so we're probably not quite warm yet. It stabilizes, core control. You're really switching into your whole body here because the moment you lose that control, okay, as you can see probably with me with that one, gravity took over a little bit, okay, and that's what we're trying to counteract here with that eccentric movement. 10 seconds, we'll fit a couple more efforts in. Beautiful, and here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, beautiful. Okay, so effort number 2, we're gonna grab these socks. Okay, you're gonna pop them on your hands. We've got 30 seconds to get set up here. So if you're not really have a slidable floor, okay, what I'll get you to do at the bottom of the push-up, see from there if you can shift your hand to touch out as far as you can and bring it back up, okay? But from my experience, socks work well on carpet or tile/lino. So as we come down, one hand goes out, and we're going to bring that up as such, okay? So out for 1, 2, 3, 4, up for 5. So our third one is just nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, up on the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So again, that gets hard. Let's just shift that to our knees. We've only been going for about halfway. Keep that count in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, work between the 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, tension builds up pretty quick there. 3, 4, up 5. That's it. 2, 3, 4. Okay, getting tough now, guys. 25 seconds. Hang in there for me. Alrighty, if you need to, bit of a stretch through that chest. Reload, refocus. I don't care if you alternate between toes and knees, okay? As long as we're getting it done. So we're giving that tap out, back in. So it almost becomes that marine push-up. 5 seconds to go, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. You can keep the socks on if you like. All right, so with our beach towel now. So remember, word of the day is that eccentric control. So what that means with our towel, all right, we're going to keep our lower back on the ground. Alrighty, so the eccentric control means the opposite to pulling, okay, is pushing with our legs. So that's exactly what we're going to push with our legs and just see if we can resist to that extension. Bring them back in, okay, and just really fight that for a count of 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get a little bit of extras here in the legs, as you probably realise. So that grip strength's vital, okay, and you can control that output from your legs. So if you're absolutely burning up already, okay, just a little less force, as long as you can feel that grip and that resistance. Okay, for the count of 5 as much as you can. We're going well, we're about halfway through. Okay, 45 seconds. After this one, we've got a bit of an ab burner. All right, and that's just to give our uppers, our lowers, chance to recover. All right, before you know it, we're into round 2. So this is a great one, guys, just purely because home workouts are a bit hard to include the back. All right, unfortunately, the more push-ups we do, the stronger our chest gets and has that little bit of an imbalance, which down the track is something that we're going to have to work on. So if we can just improvise as much as we can, all right, we can get by, not a worry at all. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, so 3 down, so already you can feel the biceps fueling up, the forearms there, all right, and your big movers at the back there, your lats, they get that resistance the whole way through. So with our next one, we've got our toe taps. So I want you to try and reach for one side, okay, bit more direct, I guess, and then come back down, switch those muscle groups off, and then aim to go in that sort of V pattern, okay? 2, 1, here we go. So what we're gonna do here, all right, is 45 seconds, and then I'm gonna get you to hustle straight over into a plank position. All right, if your legs are pretty cooked and tired like mine, you'll see that there's a bit of bend at the knee. Ideally, okay, we wanna hold them straight. However, if you haven't bent like that and we're still really reaching as we come up, that's gonna be just as good for today, okay? All right, so we're gonna go for 15 seconds. And then we want to really make the most of it. So there's no dicking around, dawdling in between. It's bang, roll over, get set, strong body position. All right, 2, 1, here we go. So plank holds on. All right, we're down here until we hear that beat go. So this is your breather. This is how we get better with that attention of how our body's moving, okay? You should hopefully start to notice if you're feeling dips in the hips, all right, a bit too much pressure with the up top. That generally means that you really need to just switch back on, squeeze the glutes, lock the knees out, keep the frame on. You got 10 seconds. If it's starting to burn, hang with me now. We're gonna get this done. 6 to go, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beat, beat, beat. All right, so it's strength. We don't need that rest. This is the one that's gonna hurt, okay? Mind over matter here. Get our seat set. 20 seconds. We're back to our pistol squat combo. All right, so remember that's why the chair's there, so you can have confidence in falling back and seating. Okay, if you're quite good, get rid of the chair to test yourself there. But I hate these personally, so I won't force that on you guys. So 4 and 5. So this is the hard part. That resistance really kicks in. Okay, the lactic acid limits our control and coordination. So balance is the key. And boom, missed the double there. So 1 leg, 2nd leg, 2 legs. Okay, close to that count of 5 as you possibly can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so with that squat, make it perfect. Okay, 1, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're over halfway. So with the double, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 30 seconds. So you're just working at your tempo still, your count 5. I'm here if you need a level to stick to. Don't let me hold you back at the same time though. Although we should all be pretty on par because it's a nice 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 to go, 2 to go, 1. All right, guys, well done, well done. So, back with the socks on, have a go at that push out, okay? However, just a normal push up here with that controlled tempo of 5 on the way down, that eccentric phase, okay, is gonna fuel the chest and shoulders up pretty quick. We've done a few workouts this week. This is where we're gonna feel it. So, again, don't mind if you go on your knees here, because that just keeps our form super strong, okay? So 1 goes out, we control down. All right, and that's how we're gonna progress better anyway. If we do real proper reps at that easier level, okay? What it means is that in 2 or 3 weeks, when we come back to it, we just get a longer effort on the toes without compensating our form. All right, guys, great start. 30-second mark down. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the toes for the push-up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang, explosive up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doing well. Keep that tempo in your head. All right, sliders on the knees if that helps. Up on the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Home stretch now. 20 seconds work. 90 seconds, a lot of time under tension. Okay, again, we're loading that muscle with as much force as we can in circumstances. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to leave it with you now. 5 seconds. Let's get these last reps in. 2 to go, 1 to go. Big breather. Good job, good job. Okay, 2 down, 2 more to go. So grab that towel again. Okay, give it a twirl. Take you back to the footy shower days. Or just pain, torture of your hubby, wife, kids, whatever. Okay, so again here guys, get the feet set, that lower back strong. All right, start with the knees at the chest and really push out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax it off, pull back in. Big squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the moment my thumbs are facing up. If I go my wrists on top, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a weaker grip, which in turn does make that little bit more difficult. 3, 4, that's it. So alternate between the two. If you want to find the arms a little bit fresher than the legs, okay, that just raises that bar up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alternatively, we get our knuckles on top there. All right, it just compresses the biceps a little bit more and you'll feel them lengthen. That's a good one just for everyone in everyday life, hey? All right, keep it going. We've got 30 seconds. Just the feet if you need to. All right, let's make them count. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring back in. 20 to go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, everyone now. We've got a couple more. Here we go. Really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job, gang. Okay, you know it. 1 to go. All right, 30 seconds. Shake it out. So again, this one gets hard just with those legs. Hip flexors are starting to burn. That's what brings the feet in, not necessarily, all right, your ability to hold your legs up. As soon as those hip flexors fatigue, they want to pull the knees in, which in turn, okay, to counterbalance, you'll drop those feet, all right? But that's what we're going to try and combat here. So here we go. Up to one toe, up to the other toe. 45 seconds. All right, I'm starting to sweat. Hopefully all you guys at home are as well. Okay, first little bit down. So when we're working with time, all right, a good little effort, I like to remind myself, is just work on sets of 5. So I'm not worried about the clock. Just want to get my next 5 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I reset. Next 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. Before you know it, 45 seconds is up. 2, 1. All right, gang, let's finish this up. 45. Okay, rock solid. So this is full circle for us. This is upper body on, legs are on, core's tight. Focus is going to get you here. All right, the minute we lose that, the minute we feel that dip, we'll get lopsided. So again, we want to keep it on. Halfway been and gone, 20 seconds. All right, think about what's for brekkie, what's for lunch, what do you got to do today? If you're at home, what's your setup like? All right, we're doing really well. Hold it out now. 5 seconds of work. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Alrighty guys, I'm going to give you the 90 seconds there. Okay, that's your chance to have a drink. Just shake it out there for me. Okay, we're doing really well with that one. So chill it out. All right, what we've got to come back to, 3 efforts of stretches / mobility. So we're going to enjoy this 90 seconds off there as well. Okay, excellent. So the couch, all right, or that sort of level seating, it's a bit of a measure for me too, to know that you're getting the full depth, okay? Because as I said, that eccentric phase, that's where the muscle lengthens, okay? So the more length that we can create means the more force that can be generated as it snaps back in that concentric phase. So that's why I guess squats is the obvious one. You might see the gym, all right, a lot of guys loading up, you're going there halfway reps, you're gonna do a proper rep, because they don't train in that position, the minute they drop below that sort of 90 degrees, they just don't have the training to be able to produce that same amount of force. So they might have a 200 kilo half squat and a 15 kilo full squat, and that's just because that's the way they train. Okay guys, so 30 seconds. What I'm gonna get us to do now, we're just gonna do some mobility work, okay? And we're gonna work here just for 60 seconds, all right? So instead of the clock, you guys just get to listen to me, actually. If it would work, that's all right. Okay, so first one, we're gonna get into our deep squat position. That's a 2 minutes up anyway. Okay, So again, I did this one the other day. I want you to try and get your elbows in between your knees, okay, and lean to one side as you're pushing outwards with that elbow, and move back and forth, okay? So the clock's on. We're going to try and hold this for a minute if we can. All right, avoid this looking down business. See if we can keep our head up and our shoulders back, because this is just sort of training our hips, our lower back to be able to get to this depth, all right, and start to feel comfortable. This is one that I've had to work on for the last couple of years with some bad knees and bad injuries. All right, there might be a few of us in that same boat. If it helps, if you've got something you can lean against, okay, you can almost release that sort of balance and tension on. We're going to hold it for 5 more seconds, guys. That's really good for me. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so come up, have a bit of a shake out of those legs. What are we going to do next? We're going to go into a pigeon stretch. So what I want you to try and picture there on the mat, excuse me, is the number 7, okay? So see the number 7, and that's how your leg is going to lie. So we're going to try and get our ankle at the top point there. We're going to place our knee down, okay? And our femur, so our thigh, can hopefully come in that little bit of a diagonal, all right? And that's our leg position. From there, you're going to shift your weight over. If you're quite flexible, you'll be able to really sit down into that one. Otherwise, if you can feel it there, that's the position we're going to hold. We're going to try and feel that push from the glutes and the hips, okay? So what that one's doing is really opening up our glutes, our piriformis, all right, a really long muscle through the hip flexor. I'm going to hold for about 30 more seconds and we're going to swap legs. Okay, so this stretch, really good for just releasing, I guess, that tightness around the sciatic nerve, all right? That's going to be on our other side, our left side. But if you do find you get a little bit of sciatic pain or symptoms of such, this is a really good stretch that you could probably work in just for your well-being on a daily basis anyway. 2, 1, all right, so we're going to come back. Now we're just going to shuffle those feet over, okay? So same deal, see if we can make that backward 7, obviously now. All right, clock's on, we're going to hold it for a minute. So stretching is one of those things, the longer you do it, the more beneficial it is. So that's just not us trainers telling you to stretch, that's the actual scientific backing, I guess, with flexibility. And it is one of those things that you can't progress unless you continue to obviously do it consistently. So I try to throw in a little bit with these workouts, but again, probably 10 out of 10 of us, self included, probably just don't stretch enough. So even just observing these changes over the next couple of weeks might be huge for you. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to do one more while we're down here. Child's pose, okay? So we're going to just sit back onto our ankles. All right, again, flexibility and mobility allowed. So if your knees are quite stiff, don't force it. But from there, as we move forward, okay, you almost want to press your head to the ground and actively lift your shoulder blades up. And you can even use the ground there to sort of push against and push you back into that sinking position. Okay, so I'm going to get you to hold that. I'm going to talk you through this one just purely because it does have some really good benefits for recovery purpose, okay? So because we're dropping that heart even, I guess, with the rest of our body, and you breathe deep, this will really allow your heart rate to drop quite significantly, quite quickly as well. So as you breathe deep, okay, you'll get a really smooth breathing rate. Heart rate will drop. We're going to hold it for 20 more seconds. All right, and we're going to avoid getting up too quickly with that one as well. 10 to go for me. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring your upper body up. Big couple of deep breaths before you get up. And hey, thumbs up from me again, guys. So it was a really, really good way for us to try and get some same strength benefits as we would in our general sort of PT session or gym session. Making the most with what we've got at home. Obviously, if you do have equipment such as kettlebells, dumbbells, stuff like our squats, all right, that's where you can add that weight in. But for our purposes, I just want to show you how simple it is to just purely have, all right, a bit of space and we can make things work. Have a good day. See you again next time.